So, hello YouTube, hello Twitch, welcome back to the channel. We are here now with yet another new upcoming ship, the new research Battleship Irresistible. Now, it's also a battleship, it's also tier 10, it's for the Commonwealth nation, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it should be the Commonwealth nation, right? So like the Australians, New Zealand ships and so on, the Indian ships we have. The Irresistible is something completely different than most other BBs. In fact, if you ever wanted a gigantic Cerberus, Goliath, Smolensk, whatsoever as a battleship, Wargaming got you covered now. This ship is pretty much a Marlboro class battleship with 16 234mm guns. So you have pretty much 16 Goliath guns here without quarter pen. But that means you still pen 39mm, so rip US battleships. And the reload rate is 10.6 seconds. You have a crawling smoke screen, which you probably are familiar on ships, for example, as Vampire 2. And you have a blistering range of 20.4 kilometers. The smoke firing penalty is only 10.2, which is absolutely insane considering what you're shooting. The accuracy is also pretty decent, although I thought about, I'm leaving the build like this because not everybody has the smoke mod. I think I will test it once the ship goes live. I will put the smoke mod on here to see with the enhanced smoke duration that we get far over 2 minutes of smoke screens, if it's gonna effectively like disturb the dispersion too much. For now I wanted to keep this one because realistically everybody has the 7% dispersion one on it. So yeah, how to play the ship? It's fairly easy. You smoke up and you farm the hell out of people. One big thing, and I'm a massive fan of it, I love it, this thing has an absolute gigantic citadel. This whole thing, you see it, this massive armor plate is a citadel. Which means no underwater line BS, no turtleback something. If you show broadside to a high pen cruiser or a battleship, even at longer ranges, you will get smashed. Now again, on the other hand, you have a smoke screen, so you just press this funny button here and start absolutely bristling shells on it. And as long as you're staying angled, obviously the ship is not gonna get citadeled. But I do like that there's still BBs that actually have citadels. Now you could argue that's not really that necessary since you have a smoke screen and that's ridiculous enough, but it's good to have regardless. Yeah. You will spam mostly HE with this because obviously you have heavy cruiser guns and OBB guns, so you're not gonna citadel a Vermont at like 20 km for example, but you will completely butcher the battleships with your HE. Again, 16 guns with just over 10-second reload and fairly decent accuracy plus 18% fire chance means an absolute nightmare for any BB that tries to push. So if you ever wanted the BB size Smolensk or Cerberus, Irresistible got you covered. Bear in mind though, you don't have a Hydra or something and people will tend to torp into smoke screens. So keep that always in mind, checking where the D positions are. And also, worth mentioning, the firing angles of the ship are absolute garbage, just like a Marlboro. So you have to show a ton of broadside to use all 16 guns. If you only use 12 guns, it's fairly decent though. But that's where you have the smoke screen for. And to be fair, most people won't actually think that there's actually BB in the smoke screen. So, yeah. As you can see, AP does fair amount of damage. Now HE is also gonna do a lot. We could probably citadel him if he shows full broadside here. But honestly, we're getting 8k salvos with every volley, and that adds up rather quickly. Like the damage output of this beast is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go now here. Also, again, obviously the ship is covered in 32, so you can play it in the open as well. Just because your smoke screen is empty, it doesn't mean you're not allowed to shoot anymore. The ship is still capable of taking some damage. I just wouldn't overcommit with it. Also worth noting, one thing is that the concealment of the ship is fantastic as well. 12.1 is a really strong value for a tier 10 BB. I'm gonna go kite here before we open up again. Just to put it in perspective, so you have an idea how good the smoke firing penalty actually is. We have 10.2. It's a bad example because it's actually really bad, but I just want to show you an example. Venezia has a smoke firing penalty of 9.9 kilometer with 15 of these. So we're talking about 300 meters more smoke firing penalty for an absolute insane more firepower. Again, kiting angles are a bit better, but they're still dog. What you could do is, you could run instead of propulsion, you could run... I like running propulsion because it accelerates rather quickly actually. But you could also run additional rudder shift, or you could even give up concealment for another... Ah wait, that's cruisers where you can have only 2 rudder shifts, right? So yeah, you can put in the 4th slot the rudder shift. That would also work. Oh no.
Smoke generator started.
Oh no. He's actually not in range. And that Flounder is covered in 32, so good luck to this man. The Prince Ruprecht probably torpedoed here. We're gonna go for AP on this broadside. This is like one of those broadsides where you want to use the AP. You're fairly close. Wow, that delay was really interesting. I only saw 500 damage, but there was like another 8k incoming. I was about to say. Good. And this Flounder here again will now feel what's the pain of pushing into an Irresistible. One thing you can also do is, if nobody's spotting for you, you can go outside of your smoke, force a shot on you, so they have the smoke penalty, and then you can farm them down again. Yeah, come on. Doesn't want to shoot any more than we go out of the smoke. We finished the Rochester. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Boom.
Enemy cruiser found it.
Some pink spikes here, sorry for that. Don't know what it's causing it, to be honest, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. We get hits before the shells actually reach him. Okay, we're gonna turn forward here. And... hell, even if we just use the frontal guns, that should be still pretty effective against the Flounder. Let's see. Again, 80% fire chance is not too bad. The shells are also, for people who are wondering, the shells are also faster than Goliath shells. So they're pretty decent, or rather easy-ish to aim on BBs at max range. That's something I also noticed. I don't know if it's because they are faster in general or they lose less speed overall, but they're very, very nice to aim. That Harbin is inting into the protector. We're gonna get our AP ready though as well, because the longer... never mind. The longer the guy lives, the more dangerous it's getting for us. Venezia torp down here, that's pretty obvious. I'm gonna show a bit of broadside here. I want to see what the Flounder can do actually. So we do on purpose try to get citadel. Yeah, there we go. Good. That's enough proof. Now we angle away actually. But there you can see, once you do show the broadside, since your citadel is massive, you're very, very easy to citadel. However, again, just angle a bit and you're pretty tanky again. At least against incoming AP. I really like that this ship has an actual citadel. It's something I miss way too much in this game nowadays. Yo, what is causing these pink spikes? Sorry for that. We had some lag there. It's slowly stabilizing again. Is there anything downloading in the back? I don't know. Okay, we're back at 30 ms. I don't know what was going on there. We had a pink spike here. Don't know if somebody started a download or something. All my applications are off, so no Steam download in the background. Heatwave causing pink spikes, who knows? Nah, I'm sharing one interpreter with 4 other dudes here, so there's a decent chance that somebody just started downloading something.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
But now it's stable again. No idea what was causing it. Okay, look at the fire here. And as you can see, the damage stacks up. Now in this game, they didn't really push too far in here, so we never had the chance to get the actual damage numbers up. But overall, a very, very solid ship.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Overall, a pretty solid ship. And let's see, let's finish off. Like this is gonna be like a really good player in this, and a team that's capable of spotting fairly well. It's gonna be a nightmare to fight. You literally have a massive Smolensk SSBB, pretty much. I mean, look, whoa.
Fire alarm.
Yeah, and in close range, the AP is kind of nuts because you have so many shells. Not to mention that you will be able, obviously, to completely annihilate cruisers with this. You gotta remember, that was a BB now. On the Moscow at that range, we would get multiple citadels. Yeah, do it. Do it, do it. Open up. Be a good Moscow player.
Torpedoes direct front. Problem solved, sir.
Two citadels yet? We can angle, unfortunately, again. One thing we need to pay attention to is that we can also get citadel by the oh! Yes, there it is! And look at this reload, guys! 9.7. 9.4 seconds, I can't, man. Surely that's a fun experience. Oh, I go dark, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is actually really nuts. Here you can actually see the full potential of this nightmare.
Our victory is in sight.
Oh, he might be dead.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Come on, Venezia. Come around the corner. Please. Please, Venezia.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Yep, this thing is absolutely munching a cruiser in close range. Oh my god. I mean, jokes aside, when I saw this thing in testing already, like when I saw the actual idea behind it, I knew already this ship is gonna be strong. I knew already this ship is gonna be absolutely crazily strong. For what it's meant to be, like the ultimate farming boy. So this is definitely recommended. Yes, it's research by, or yes, it's gonna be a ton of a grind, but this thing is powerful AF. Like, see it like a massive Smolensk cerberus. The idea like having this disgusting HE spammer, but at the same time, you're having far more survivability, unless you of course show broadside to a BB. And you have also the Goliath caliber, which means you will be able to completely smash cruisers with citadels. Like, not only do you have ridiculous accuracy, range, and firepower, but you also have this chronic smoke. Like, we have to test for ourselves more if we can utilize the smoke consumable or not. But this thing is gonna be absolutely nuts. This is gonna be probably one of those BBs where you can easily rack up damage numbers as well. So, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And holy moly, the super cerberus Mullins.